Hi, my name is Kunal Raj. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate Unix and Linux lab exercise number 6. In exercise number 6, we have to make two apps. One is library management and one is bank application. So first of all, we'll see bank application program for shell programming. So when we compile the program and run it, here it's asking for 4 options. So first of all, I'll create a new user by giving option 4 and give some name, suppose ABC. Then it says here it will print the name of the user, you are ABC. Then it says new account created, check balance. So in the beginning the balance will be initialized to 0. As you can see here, the balance is 0. Now if I give 1, it's asking to enter amount to deposit. So I'll deposit suppose 1000 and says deposit successfully. Now again I'll check balance by giving 3. Here it says your balance is 1000. Suppose if I withdraw 2 and if I give enter amount to withdraw, if I give 500, it will say withdrawal successful. Then if I give 4, if I give 3 for balance, so 500 is withdrawal and now 500 is balance. Now if I give 2 withdraw and this time if I give 600, it will show cannot withdraw, you can withdraw at most rupees 500. So now let us see the code. Here first of all I am initializing the initial money as c is equal to 0. Now here I am defining some function like new, deposit, withdraw, balance. Inside new, first of all the new account will be created inside new. So using echo enter your name and then giving name as inside I'm using read command to input the name. Then here it will print the name using echo command. Then it says here new account created, check balance. So now next is deposit function. Inside deposit function I'm just taking the value whatever the user is entering in deposit, then I'm adding to another variable called c and I'm giving a c equal to c plus the current balance, so that every time this function is called the balance will be added to variable c. Now the next function is withdrawal function. Inside withdrawal function it says here enter amount to withdraw, then read. So using read I am reading a variable in AMM. Now before withdrawing we have to check whether we have the sufficient balance or not. So we'll check using if this one, if AM is greater than C or A is less than or equal to 0, that means whether we have sufficient balance or not. If we don't have, it will print cannot withdraw because we have at most then the balance. Else if we have sufficient balance, then it will just deduct from the main balance, that is variable C. And then balance C, inside balance C function the balance will be printed, that is C. Now using case switch case statement, that is case, here we will print or we will call all the function. So for case 1 deposit is called, then withdraw, then balance, then new. Now let us see the second program, which is library management. So first of all we'll add some books here. So one to add book, one I'll add. So enter book name, I'll give as ABC, book author, then book ID, publisher. So once all the details are entered, using option display book, the book options, the book information will be displayed. So here the book information is displayed. Now again if I enter a book, if I give so again using display, all the options will be displayed, all the available books, all books that are present in library will be displayed. Now next is if we have to search some books in the library, then we'll give the second option for search. It will ask for book ID. Suppose if I give 102, it will print the details, that is it will print book found, then details of the book. And if I give a book ID which is not there, if I give 700, it will say book not found. Next is lend book. So as you can see here, both books are available. Book availability is yes for both the books. So if I lend book, it will say enter book ID. Now if I give 102, it will say thank you for lending the book name. So this is the book name. And then if I go and if I give display book, here it will say book is not available. So after lending, we can return by giving option 5. Then it will say enter the book ID to be returned. I will give here 102 and it will say thank you for returning the book name. Then if I give display, it will say here the book is again available. Again if I give return book, so as you can see that all books are already returned, but if I give book and if I give some numbers 101, the first book, it will say book is already returned. So now let us see the code. So first here, first I have a function called add book. Inside add book, I'll take all the values, the information about the book in different arrays. So here I'm having 5 different arrays. So after entering all the information in the array, so the information of the same book will be stored on the same index of different arrays. And on the next function is display book. So using for loop, I'll display all the books, that particular book information using those different arrays that I have created to store information. Next is search book. So in search book, first the user will be asked to enter a book ID. So that book ID will be checked to every book ID array that I have, that is BID. BID is the array, the BID is the name of the array that stores all the book IDs of all the books. Now if those two strings match, then I'll just print book found. If it doesn't match, it will print book not found. Next is lend book. So in the beginning, the program will ask user to enter again book ID, and here if the book ID is there in the array, then it will check whether book availability is yes or not. So in this if statement, it's checking whether the book availability is yes or not. If it is available, then it says thank you for lending and print the name of the book, and then it will reinitialize the variable of book availability from yes to no. That means the book is not available now. If it is not present, it will just print book not found. And last function is return book. In return book, again it will ask the user to enter book ID. Here, instead of checking book ID is the availability of book is yes, it will check availability of book is no. That means if the book is not available, it will say thank you for returning, it will return, and then it will give book, it will reinitialize book availability as yes. So here if book is not found, it will print book not found. Else here if there is book present but the book is already returned, that means the availability is already yes, it will just print book is already returned. And using while loop, these 5 options are iterated, and then using case statement, all functions are selected. So thank you for watching the video.